Welcome back to the world of Wraith. Got with you guys the Monday Market Watch. Before we jump into it, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below who's the next hero to LL. Let's jump into it. Not financial advice. With Victor and Prism both being gone, I think the meta is going to change. And also, as more heroes LL, the meta is going to change a lot. Been seeing Marionette low-key doing good after they were counted out. They're kind of doing good. Mark of the Black Widow, the EA from Gem Pack, pretty close to $3-4 for the non-foil. Rainbow foils, pretty much 11, 12. Gem Pack 1, guys, I can't believe we're in Gem Pack 5. Make sure you have your cards from Gem Pack 1. These are only going to keep going up as time goes on. Hunts to the end of Wraith, pretty much for a near mint non-foil. This is essentially $6. This is crazy. Rainbow foils, near mint, pretty close to 10. A great Draconic card. Literally, I think every Draconic hero should be on this. The fact that it targets Arachne, and there's not only Slippy, not only Huntsman, but Marionette, and they're all seeing some play in the meta. I've been seeing Slippy player rise up as Marionette has been going down, but like I said earlier, Marionette seems to be doing a little bit better on this week of Nationals. Display Loyalty, amazing Draconic Ninja Extender. Looking at about $1, maybe $2 with shipping. There's not a lot of non-foils. The rainbow foils, pretty much $6 more or less. March of Loyalty, I think this is pretty good for fanging Syndra. Not really Fi. But block 3, 0 for 4. If you've made a fealty, has go again. $1 for the non-foil, more or less. Rainbow foil, about $3. Then again, Syndra's gonna LL soon. Who knows if the new Draconic heroes will care about fealty. You know how LSS does when they do a new set. They kind of do new mechanics. So there was no Rapture cards when they brought Syndra or Fang. Let's see what happens in the next Draconic set. Calming Breeze, a nice little instant, about $3, slowly going to 5 for the non-foils. Rainbow foils are about 5, 6. These are actually pretty cheap. I remember these being like at 10s at some points. So seeing them for about 5, 6, 7. Not a bad pickup. I might have to pick mine up. I think I have non-foils. I'd like my rainbow foils. Scar Tissue, amazing card for Fang and Marionette. Pretty much lightly played, about $5-6. Rainbow foils 13, 14. Yeah, these gem pack cards and non-foils, it's getting kind of crazy, at least the good ones. Flicker Reality, guys, we have seen that LSS literally said they're gonna build out the Aphrodite's Siggy. Aphrodite's, how do you pronounce it? Whatever. Siggy's signature weapon. And I think Flicker Reality is kind of being slept on. It's actually, I'm pretty sure this is just not good right now, especially in the current build of Siggy. But if you like Aphrodite's, if you like, wanting to have your cards for the future, I think this is a pretty good pickup. Rainbow foils on the first page, pretty much $3 with shipping included. Non-foils, same thing, $2 to $3. I think you should try to pick this up. Like I said, right now, it sucks. Right now, it's not worth running. I think in the future, this could have a spot in the deck, especially as this is one of the few ways to put hollow counters on things besides Ziggy's ability. And I think he also has like a attack action that does it too. Induce Panic, guys, chaos cards are so weird. Value wise, sometimes they can give you crazy value, sometimes they can hinder you, but my theory is we're getting Shadow Chaos on the next set. So some chaos cards I wanted to highlight. Induce Panic, I think it's pretty good. I need to pick mine up. It's very weird, very random, but can give you a ton of value. When this defends, choose a color. Each hero reveals a random card from their hand. If it's a chosen color, they discard it. So it kind of sucks if you discard yourself, but it can be good in certain cases. If you're playing against red line decks where you call red and you know for a fact they're gonna have it, maybe you don't have any red cards in your hand while this happens. There's kind of ways to control the chaos, but just a crazy theory. Chaos next set, maybe. Regardless, I think this is a pretty good pickup. About 25 cents, 30 cents. I need my playsets, so I should pick up my playset soon. Rainbow foils, about $1, slowly climbing over to $2. Hyperinflation, pretty cool. It's a 0 for 4, but cards cost 1 more to play this turn. That does not affect your weapons, or if this is the last card, so you end your chain link with this, doesn't really have a downside. Kind of hinders you, but also your opponent can't really play D-reacts, instants, as it also hinders them. They can play it, they'll just have to pay a resource for it. Hyperinflation, I think it's kind of slept on. Rainbow foil here for 55 cents. Low-key might have to get these. I think I'm missing one. This is Gem Pack 4. The last couple Gem Pack 4s are probably floating around your LGSs right now. 75 cents pretty much, slowly going to $1. And then rainbow foils, pretty much $1, $2. See if you can trade for this. I'm sure some of your local players have it. Vigorous Mashup came back from the ban list, at least in terms of Sage. I think these cards are kind of broken. They're kind of like a Fate Foreseen. They give you resources, they block 3. Of course, if you win the clash, you get the resource. I don't know, I think the cards are all very powerful. The clashes from Super Slam, the fact that they also essentially give you opt, I don't know, these cards are pretty good. Rainbow foils, pennies on the dollars, 30 cents, 40 cents, really good. Once a brute starts playing this again, I can easily see this going up very slowly to like $1 or $2. The red copies, same thing, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. It's a pretty good card though. Backspin thrust, Puffin's doing her thing. This has been slowly going up, pretty much $3-4, slowly headed to $6. Only 222 only 22 copies on the market, folks. Make sure you have your backspin thrust. I definitely think Puffin can be at the top of the meta game within maybe a card or two if she gets a card of support, or if certain hero starts leaving. The fact that Victor just left is really good for Puffin. Reckless Stampede. Back when KO was legal, this card was on demon time. I mean, it's a 0 block, which is different from a no block, but the fact that you clash for every card defending this, it was so hard to block this out effectively. It would kind of guarantee it would get value. And not only would it clash, dealing damage, it's different than doing an attack, doing physical damage. It's kind of closer to arcane damage, but you can't AB the damage. Pretty powerful card. Guys, this is 80 cents. Here's some rainbow foils for $1. If another brute comes out that's rocking this can just go up. This is a very strong Majestic, really cheap right now. A raised face, about 11, 12 bucks, 13 bucks. Rainbow foil copies, we're looking at closer to 20. Folks, I think this is a very good card. We're getting a shadow set. The lightning heroes are going to be built up. I think Draconic heroes are doing pretty good right now. Don't sleep on a race face. It also kind of hits Dio. Painful Passage has been spiking. The fact that this is a $10, I don't think this even sees play in Vince set. Let's check out the rainbow foils. Whoa, 25 beans pretty much. Yeah, Painful Passage. The hype for Chain 2.0 is real. 9 Blade of the Blood Oath. I love this card. I think it's so dope that Viscera used to run this, and a lot of the times they would run this not even as a rune stacking Viscera. They would just run this in their game plan. Pretty much $4 or $5 more or less. This is a very strong Majestic. Definitely make sure you have your copies. You can probably get them a little cheaper. I mean, here's how lightly played for like $3. I think this is a dope card. I definitely think the next Viscera will run it, but I could be wrong. My uncle does not work at LSS. Funeral Moon, $15. Rainbow foil copies, 20. Yeah, this is a 1 card make a rune chant, and it's bread. It's crazy. Runic Reckoning, guys, this is low-key a little too cheap in my opinion. About $2-3. Rainbow foil here for $3. Folks, If you don't have this and you want to play the next Viscera or honestly just Runeblades, this is pretty good. I mean, it's a non-attack action and it gives your attack +3 or blocks for 3. It does cost 1, but I think most of the time we're going to discount it thanks to having the rune chant. I know the whole Runeblade thing is playing non-attacks and then attacks. Let's see how the future Runeblades are designed. I think Runic Reckoning is pretty good. 1000 Runeblood. I went over this on the Friday market watch and I hope I didn't spike it. I mean, I low-key hate when I spike cards, but I'm looking out for you guys, my viewers. Shout out all of y'all that subscribe. Shout out everybody that comments. Guys, I told you guys to pick this up. I think I saw it around $5-ish bucks more or less. We're looking at 13s. Rainbow foil for 25. Yeah. Not completely bought out, but it definitely spiked. So hopefully y'all got your copies. If not, give it like a week or two. Some people I think will list theirs and it'll go down a little bit. Coronet Peak. Everybody's talking about lightning. Everybody's talking about shadow. Ice, I think we'll get their set sooner or later. For a legendary, more or less 18 bucks, 20 bucks. I think it's pretty cheap for a legendary. I've seen some Jarls running this. Cold foils closer to 40s. Not bad. Definitely pick up your rainbow foil if you like ice. I think this is a really solid legendary headpiece. Arknight Skullcap. There was a point in time where this started seeing play again, and it was rivaling Crown and Balance of Justice. For a generic headpiece legendary, about 30 bucks for a rainbow foil, slowly climbing over to 33, 35. I think this is really solid. Also, Lyeth has some special plays in my heart. I think it's dope that Lyeth just runs this, gets good value out of it, and AB3 is just like a little addition it has. Pretty dope. Cash In got unbanned for Sage. Pretty much $2 more or less. Yeah, I think I have like one of this. Don't know how many decks in Sage will run it, but I think Kasai and Gravy Bones got a pretty good buff. Maybe Victor. I don't really know. Let me know in the comments, guys. What else is playing Cash In Sage? Talk a Big Game is back. 15 bucks. Rainbow foil here for 15. Pretty solid 15. Let's look at some of the sold listings. Yeah, looks like they've been selling play sets consistently for 15. So that's that. EA rainbow foils closer to 47.50. Then we jump to 70. Let's check out the sold listings. One sold for 15. Looks like they're selling pretty consistently for 40, 50. So yeah, if you have a Talk a Big Game, I think it's a good time to move it. Definitely good for Lyeth. This, I remember someone played this in Reinhardt against me back when it was legal. I was playing on Talishar and it was so dope. Reinhardt just has a big fan base. People love that deck. So definitely think this card's going to see play in Lyeth and Reinhardt. Pretty good card for a blue. If you're getting 4 or 5 mites off of this, I think it's really good value for a blue. Blocks 3. Shimmering Mirage. As I've been playing Fi, the Ziggy players have been putting this in, and honestly, it's really good value. Even though it only blocks 2 as a D-React, it's made me break my chain a bunch of times and lose a lot of value. Even though this only got 2 block, breaking the chain can go pretty crazy. If I play Spreading Flames and Ziggy hits me with a Shimmering Mirage, like, they kind of cooked me. Really good. Gem Pack 4, about 70 cents more or less. Let's check out the rainbow foils. Rainbow foils closer to $2. This is a really good piece for Illusionist, especially against ninjas, which is usually their hardest matchup. Illusionist players, I would say make sure you have this. The non-foil compendium, pennies on the dollar. So if you don't want the swag EA, you can just get this for free pretty much. Check out what your locals got. They probably have this. Blue electromagnetic somersault rainbow foil, 20 cents, 50 cents, slowly going to $1. I don't think this is gonna really go crazy, but yeah, here it is. Skyzik, Skisic, however you want to call it, 18 bucks, slowly jumping to 20. I was predicting this was gonna be on the Briar Sage deck. It was not LSS. I don't know why you didn't put it in there, why you didn't reprint it, but that's the reality we're living in. Skizik, 18 bucks. Yeah. Cheaper than Serenade, or more expensive than Serenade Dance, I should say. Serenade Dance pretty much stabilized close to 10, 11. Yeah, pretty much 11 bucks, slowly going to 12. Rainbow foils, about 20, 22, and then we're jumping to 27. Pretty crazy. Aurora Armory deck, pretty much 90 bucks. I mean, with the amount of cards in here, if you can get this for 90, it's not too bad. Playset of Serenade Dance, playset of Skizzix, and you're getting one rainbow foil of these, 2 Arc Lightnings, Cap Quick Thinking. Yeah, if you're looking for Aurora, it's not a bad deck to pick up, even for its current price point. Cutting Retort hasn't been seeing a ton of play, but I think it's a pretty interesting card. It can be a 2-card 7, destroy 3 auras. And if we know anything from how good Overcrowded is, the game's just being filled with more auras. I mean, I feel like every set we're getting a new aura, whether it's Fealty or Lightning Flow or Confidence or Toughness. So Cutting Retort I think has an interesting spot. Definitely we don't have a hero that's really using this effectively, but I think it's a nice generic to have. Pretty much 3-4 bucks. Rainbow foil closer to 5. Step Between, guys, if you remember a couple market watches ago, I was like, I'm gonna wait for this to go down. Hasn't gone down a crazy amount, but 9 bucks instead of 15 bucks. It's getting to a more reasonable price point. I think I said I wanted to pick up a playset for 15. Playset looking more like 21, maybe, if I get a good deal. Regardless, I think it's a good card, but I don't think Siggy's really the boogeyman of the meta, so I don't think this is as good as I thought it was going to be. Hopefully it goes down. I think it's a pretty good piece of generic card to have. But that pretty much wraps it up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below who's the next hero to LL. Personally, I think it's going to be Kasai. I think she has a pretty good chance. Let's see what happens. Peace.